it's Jessii. Today I have a few small V times in one video. I actually don't think I've done this in a while. Usually my V times are just kind of one long story, but today I have a few smaller ones and I'm just gonna throw it into one video and I hope you enjoy it because I'm gonna be telling you guys my crazy mall stories. I have quite a lot, but I chose like 3 or 4 for you guys today. My hair is in my mouth right now, and I'm sure you guys have some weird mall stories as well, because think of how many times in our life we go to the mall or go shopping. Like, there's always stuff that happens, or at least for me anyways. So the title of this video is a little bit startling. You guys are probably wondering what the heck happened to me. So I'm gonna start with that story just to kind of help with your curiosity. So this happened actually just this past September. I know a lot of my V times happened like a couple years ago, but this one is pretty recent. My mom and I were at the mall and we decided to go to the liquor store to get some drinks because we were having like a family get together that night. So we headed over to the wine aisle because my family is like huge wine drinkers, and this wine aisle was right beside the beer aisle. And we see this group of maybe 4 or 5 guys kind of standing by the beers, and 2 of them were really yelling at each other. And it was actually really loud, so I'm surprised that like none of the staff members came over. They were swearing and getting like up in each other's faces. I turned to my mom and I'm like, what the heck is going on right now? Then one of the guys starts punching the other, and it got to a point where it was a full-on fist fight in the middle of the liquor store. I'm actually surprised they didn't knock anything over, because a liquor store is basically glass kingdom. Glass over here, glass over there. So one of them picks up a beer and smashes it on the other one's face. But thankfully it somewhat missed and only hit part of his face and kind of went over his ear and hit his shoulder. And the guy who hit the other guy got glass all in his hand. So both of these guys start bleeding all over the floor. Blood everywhere. It was like a scene from Grey's Anatomy. So finally, after like a good 10 minutes, these 2 male employees come over and like escort them to the front of the store. And I'm assuming they called the cops because these employees were like not letting them leave. So they were probably waiting for the cops to get there. And it was gross because everywhere these guys walked through the store, there was like this trail of blood behind them. It was like Hansel and Gretel with the breadcrumbs, but it was a lot more gory. Yeah, they just caused a huge scene. Like, there was people lined up to buy their drinks and their jaws just dropped. Like, they're just watching these guys walk up to the front of the store like completely decked out in blood. Then this angry, like really angry store manager walks over to the scene and sees the blood all over the floor, and she takes out her walkie-talkie and like loudly yells,
"Can I get someone to the front of the store with a mop? We got a lot of blood over here and I want it gone before I can count to 10. Hey, Joey, come here. Joey, come here. Clean up this mess, Joey. What do you think I pay you for?"
It was one of the weirdest things I have ever witnessed while at the mall. And I just don't get it, because no matter how mad I got at somebody, I would never hit them over the head with a beer bottle. That is just psychotic to me. The next story I'm gonna tell you involves my lovely mother. So Mom, if you're watching this, I'm talking about you.
Talking bodies, you got a perfect one.
Anyway, so my mom, my sister, and I were in the mall, and we were passing by these like little kid rides. You know, the ones where you put like $1 or $2 in the slot and the rides move for like 30 seconds and the kids love it? Well, these rides were like situated on a platform which raised slightly above the ground. So we're holding all these shopping bags in our hands and we're passing by these rides, and my mom forgets to lift her foot over this platform and she trips over it, and she absolutely went flying. Like, she didn't just fall. She fell and then slid like 50 meters. All the kids that were on the rides just stared at her. Their mouths were like wide open. My mom was just sprawled out on the floor like a starfish. Her purse was that way, her phone was over there, her hair was spiked out in every direction. And you know how little kids point at everything? Well, these kids turn to their parents and point at my mom like,
Daddy, look, that lady fell. She went sliding. Can I go sliding, Daddy?
and the dad was like,
"No, ride your pony, Billy. I paid $1 for this."
but don't worry guys, my mom was not hurt. She was just really embarrassed. And my sister was so mean. She starts dying of laughter. My poor mommy. But honestly, that happened like a while ago, so she laughs about it now. And if I think back to the situation, it was kind of funny because she was just sliding down the mall like a starfish. She was a penguin on ice. But yeah, she knows I'm telling you guys this story. The next story is about the time that I was escorted out of the store by security. And it was for the stupidest reason. My friend and I went to the mall one day, and we went into this one store to look at the jewelry. And it was like a massive store. Like, it had all these like teenage clothes, like guys' clothes, just like everything you can think of. And it was like jam-packed with people. So beside the jewelry that we were looking at, there was this large display of sunglasses. And they were like the funny sort of crazy sunglasses. There was like heart-shaped ones, star-shaped ones, alien-shaped ones, like all these really funny sunglasses. So like most people would do, we tried them on to get a laugh. We took out like Snapchat and started taking selfies of the sunglasses we were wearing. It was hilarious. And oh my goodness, one of the employees did not like that we were doing that. She comes over and just starts yelling at us. She was like,
Excuse me? You need to take those off your face right now. Do not touch the sunglasses. Put them down right now.
and I was like, so we're not allowed to try on your sunglasses? And she goes,
No, not you two. You two can't. You guys are laughing and making fun of them.
and I was like, well, yeah, I mean, they're funny sunglasses, but I was actually gonna buy a pair. And she goes,
I can't allow you to do that. Security is gonna escort you and your friend out of the store. Have a nice day. Have a nice day.
it was so weird, you guys. My friend and I were literally just trying on the sunglasses to have a good time, to have a good laugh. We weren't breaking them, we weren't like abusing, we weren't doing anything wrong, really. And like, if we offended you for some reason, like, just give us a warning. Why do you have to like call security? Like, we're not monkeys, we're not jumping around your mall and causing havoc. But yeah, it was just weird. Alright, so I'll tell you guys one more story. By the way, sorry if the lighting is like changing, the sun's going down, so 1 minute I'm like pale, the next minute I'm yellow. Well, I mean, I'm always pale no matter what, but the lighting changes. It's so funny because sometimes people comment to my videos like,
Jess, your exposure on your camera is too bright, like you look really pale.
and I'm here like, no, that's actually just my face. Like, the camera's on regular exposure right now. It's so sad. Alright, so when this creepy thing at the mall happened, I'm pretty sure I like tweeted about it all day. But this was like before I started YouTube. I think this was about a year ago. I was sitting in the food court with my boyfriend. I had this lovely plate of fettuccine alfredo because that is my favorite. And I'm pretty sure Kyle had like Taco Bell or something. Not that that has anything to do with the story. There was this couple sitting just a few tables down from us. They had this cute little newborn baby and it was sitting in a stroller kind of right beside their table where they were eating. And all of a sudden, like, this man walks over to them. He was dressed in a way which made me wonder if he was homeless or not. And I don't judge people, but he was really, really dirty, like actually covered in dirt that you could see. He had like holes in his shirt. He was carrying this dirty backpack over his shoulders. He just kind of looked like he's been outside for a while, let's just say that. But yeah, he goes up to this couple and asks if he could see their baby. And instantly the mother like leans over to kind of protect her baby because, like, I don't blame her. She was a bit freaked out. But the husband seemed a bit nicer and kind of told him the baby's name and told the man he could look for a couple seconds. So the man like stared at the baby for a good like 10 seconds and then walked off. So about 15 minutes later, the husband stands up and walks off, which I guess he went to the washroom or something. But this mother and the newborn baby was just left at the table by themselves, which you wouldn't think would be an issue because, I mean, you're in a mall packed with people. You wouldn't have to be scared by being alone. But guys, not even 20 seconds after this father leaves to go to the washroom, guess who appears? The man comes back over to see the baby. This time he walks over to the table with hands right out in front of him. Like he was walking like this. I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna snatch the baby. And it freaks me out because he must have been watching the couple from a distance. Like, he must have been kind of hiding and watching to see when the husband was gonna leave the table. Like, ugh, it just freaks me out. So anyways, this mother goes berserk and basically tells him that if he doesn't back off, she's gonna call the police. He gets a little bit startled and backs up a bit, and he starts saying like, I just wanted to hold your baby for a couple seconds. I just really want to carry it for a second. Like, what? You can't just take someone's newborn baby to carry it. So I turned to Kyle and I'm like, should we step in? Like, I think we should go over there and say something. But this older man who was at a table a bit closer to her stepped in before we could. He like stood up, walked right over to this homeless man, took him by the arm and like moved him away from the table. But yeah, this lady ended up calling the cops, which was a very good choice because who knows what this guy would do to other babies in the mall or like outside of the mall. I don't know. He was like a baby kidnapper. But yeah, those are the 4 stories that I'm gonna tell you guys today. I have tons tons more mall stories, but maybe I'll leave it for another time. So I have just a small announcement to make since we're talking about shopping. So I think I brought this up like, I don't know, 6 months ago or like a while ago. But my mom and I have this website where we put our clothing that we don't really wear anymore, and we just kind of sell it to people, and $1 from every single purchase goes towards a homeless shelter near us or just families that are in need. On this website, I'm also selling some veetime shirts. They're all like youth sizes though. We don't have adult sizes at the moment. They're youth, small, medium, and large. And with every purchase of a t-shirt, I will be writing you a cute little handwritten note. And yeah, I'll put the link to that website in the description in case you guys want to check it out. I'm currently in the process of making a lot more merch in adult sizes and youth sizes, so when that happens, I definitely will let you guys know. Also, you guys know that I'm doing YouTube full-time right now, and I did go to school for graphic design, so on the side, I do some work for, you know, businesses and stuff, so I have a website for that if you guys need like logos done or business cards done or just whatever you need done. I do have a graphic design website, and I'll put that in the description for you guys. Also, for the clothing website, right now it's free shipping from December to January, so that's pretty cool. And I also have some of my art prints on there. I hope you guys enjoyed though, and as usual, my social media information is below along with my vlog channel and my P.O. box information. So yeah, check that out, and until next time guys, bye!